Alrighty, welcome everybody to another episode of Y2K-ish. I am your host, Sarah. With me is the CFO of Wayne Industries, Jay. Jay, how are you doing this fine evening?
I'm good. How are you tonight?
I'm great, getting ready for Comic Con this weekend that I am vending at up in Watertown, New York, NocoCon. It's going to be a fun time.
Hell yeah.
And when we were first, talking about what episode, what we're going to do for this episode, my mind's saying, okay, we're going to be in Comic Con mode. Let's do comics. Usually, these things you'll see more talk about Marvel and their comics. And what does my mouth spout off? Hey, let's talk about Batman the Animated Series. That's how strong of a show that was to stick with us, for this
Oh,
long.
so good.
Look at the cover art, we got for Batman. I mean, this was a show when they did their sketches, they did it on black paper. This was a dark show made for kids.
Yep. It oh, this is gonna be a hot take out the gate. I don't know if I want to do that. It's okay. Forget it. Come at me. For me, it goes Conroy, Keaton, and then everybody else. That's the 1A, 1B is Conroy and Keaton.
Like they had such a legendary cast of
Yes.
people doing voices. A lot of people talk about, Conroy being one of the best Batmans.
Yeah, I agree.
It's tough. I mean, there's been a lot of good Batmans.
I'll put a spoiler out there, and sorry if you guys, hey, spoilers. But in the new Lego Batman Legacy game, there is a slight nod to Conroy. So it's a small little thing they did, but it's very nice. If you're a Lego Batman player, go out there and see if you can find the Conroy billboard.
I mean, let's talk about some of the other iconic voices that were in the show. First off, you have someone who's also considered one of the best Jokers, Mark Hamill,
This is
as the
true.
Joker.
His laugh, and that's what everybody, I think, all the Jokers following him tried to do, is a laugh that was as iconic as Hamill's. But it's the fact for me that the sheer difference between Luke Skywalker and the Joker gives you Hamill's range.
I mean, you're talking two iconic roles this man had. He could feed his family for generations just off those two roles.
Yes. Yeah. But for all of you nerds out there, like us, you know that BATS, Batman the Animated Series, not only had a star-studded cast, not only was it the best comic adaptation in the live screen in a very long time, for a very long time, it took the source material, the DC comic itself, and changed things that became canon moving forward. What other shows can you say did that? That took the material, changed the things so much that that became canon moving forward.
I mean, the show created an iconic villain in Harley Quinn that had to
Yep,
be adapted into the comics and movies.
yep. Changed the whole backstory with Victor Freeze giving him the dying wife and an actual reason to be evil. I mean, it's just phenomenal. The writing they had on the show was top tier.
I mean, our weekday afternoons growing up weren't bad. If you were a fan of comics, because we had the Amazing Spider-Man, Batman the Animated Series, and X-Men.
Our cup runneth over.
Let's talk about some of the other iconic voices. My favorite Batman, personally, Adam West did voice the Gray Ghost.
It's such a good episode.
Ron
Ah,
Perlman doing Clayface.
okay.
Kate Mulgrew voiced Red Claw.
Ooh.
later became Captain Janeway in Star Trek, by the way, in case you nerds didn't realize that. David Warner did Ra's al Ghul. Ed Asner. Ed Asner was in Batman the Animated, who did Roland Daggett, and John Glover as the Riddler.
Oh, so good.
Let's talk about some of the top villains. Because this is what made the show, was all the villains and how great they were.
Yep.
You
How
know, we
different
talked
they
about
were.
Joker. We had Mr. Freeze, who really the first experience with showing sympathy for a villain when you get his backstory.
Yep. Yeah.
We got Two-Face, Harvey Dent,
Harvey Dent.
Harley Quinn, which we talked about a little bit.
Became a phenom, took off basically out of nowhere. And there was not much that was made for her, and she just exploded.
I'll give you my hot take for the evening here.
Oh.
The Batman the Animated Series Harley Quinn, the red and black, diamond look, is better than the modern, pink and black that Margot Robbie did. The classic versus the modern.
I get it, because a lot of people, even like, what was it, the Alex Ross cover that has Joker and Harley. Joker's in a suit and Harley's in the classic red and black. It just looks good. It looks better.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, there's going to be people who prefer the modern, and that's okay.
Yeah, you had
You're
to
wrong,
be there.
but it's okay.
Yeah.
Damn. The Penguin, which eventually one of the top, villains in the series. So who eventually got his own TV show.
Penguin, to me, I think that the animated series got Penguin really good, but Danny DeVito killed Penguin. And
James has cinema.
Oh, greatness. But then the revamp, and this is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Take a second and think about this, because we're talking about a character on a cartoon based on a comic that went to Danny DeVito, who gave a phenomenal job in that role, to Colin Farrell, who gave you the mobster Penguin, the organized crime Penguin, a completely different version of the Penguin, but it worked so well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's polar opposites.
Oh.
From Raised by Penguins to the mobster Penguin, but it's the same character.
It's so interesting, the amount of depth this character has.
And it's a lot of, it's almost all that's the thing about Batman. It's a lot of these characters. We're talking your preference between the old Harley and the new Harley. There's a lot of nuanced differences between the old Harley and the new Harley. The Joker, all the iterations of the Joker that we've seen brought on screen. If you didn't like a version of the Joker, it's probably because you didn't know the source material that Joker was portraying. But there's not been a bad Joker once you know the source material.
True. I mean, when you compare, Jared Leto's Joker to Heath Ledger's Joker versus Jack Nicholson's Joker, I mean, they're all different.
Yep. Completely night and day different, but you have to know the character they're portraying. The Three Jokers comic that came out recently kind of touches on how the idea of the Joker being three different people using the same gimmick, to steal a wrestling term. And that's what you see with all these different iterations of the Jokers throughout the movies. Jack gave you that gangster mobster Joker. The anarchist Joker that came from Ledger was phenomenal, because that was a Joker that we hadn't seen. Just that dog chasing his own tail, phenomenal. But Leto, who gets a lot of hate, people don't understand that Leto Joker was really close to the source material. Down to, this was old man Batman that's broken this Joker's teeth out. So he's got the replacement grill. Looked ugly, but that's how it was in the comics.
Yeah.
He had damage on his head to make it a constant reminder, what you did to me. And he's psychologically gone. But that was the Joker from that era in the comics. So you may not like it, but everybody's portrayal was on it.
Very, very true. While we're on the subject of Joker and Harley, we're going to put a promo in for one of our other shows on the ASN network. Let's take a look.
Check out The Asylum with Harley and Joker, where sanity gets its ass kicked. Whips, chains, dildos, wrestling, and 1950s music like it's a sock hop from hell. Nothing makes sense, and that's the point. Sundays at 9 p.m. Subscribe to not miss a thing.
Did I hear chains, whips, and yeah?
Yeah.
I think yeah.
I mean, you never know where you get on that show, and that's the fun of it. Check them out. You're not going to regret it. Check them out. The Asylum. Let's skip Batman for a while. We talked about last week. We'll come back to Batman, finish it up. We talked last week about doing the drive-through dice challenge. We both did it. I know you got your food anxiously waiting for you. I can see you sweating bullets a little bit. Yeah. Why don't you talk about what you did a little bit?
So, ladies and gentlemen, we do have proof of the rolls, just in case you want to see it. And trust me, when I tell you what's happened, you're not going to want proof of the rolls. You're going to understand. But I went to McDonald's, and I guess that I did this to myself because I shouldn't have put so many options. But I let a D12 decide what I was going to get as a combo. I had a D6 tell you the size of the combo, a D6 to pick my drink, a D6 to see whether or not I get dessert, a D6 for a curse. For curse rolls, because you have to have a curse in there. For me, almost all my ones were curses. And a D3 roll for seasonal, which at the time that we were doing this, the seasonal were those sodas that they were doing, like the dirty sodas. Now it would have been the USA stuff that they're doing. But it doesn't matter either way. That's the roll that fucked me. We'll get to that in a second. But it started off strong. My combo roll was a 10. So it was a double quarter pounder, one of my go-tos. Combo size roll was a 3, right in the middle. It was a medium. Not had a medium drink from McDonald's in a while. The drink ended up being a Coke Classic. I did get a little luck there.
The best Coke.
This is where the dice turned on me. I rolled for dessert and got a critical failure 1, which was no dessert. I rolled for the seasonal roll because at the time of me doing the roll for this, it was still the drinks and not the new soccer stuff. The fucking seasonal roll came out to a curse. So that curse got a roll of 3, which unfortunately was to add jalapenos. I do not eat spicy food. I do not like spicy food. Anybody that knows me will tell you I do not like spicy food. This was a bad curse. That curse really fucked me over. So yeah, that's how my rolls went. I have a medium double quarter pounder with cheese, a medium Coke, medium fry with jalapenos. No dessert, no pies, no frosty, no cookies. None, just none.
Yeah, and for those who want to see the rolls, we'll put those up on our TikTok tomorrow. Check out Y2K-ish on TikTok. For me, while Jovan's prepping the jalapenos for his double quarter pounder, I shot a video of me at the drive-thru doing my dice roll. I didn't do any curses or anything extra. I just went straight with What's your role? That's the combo you get. This will best be viewed on the mobile device. For some reason, the computer version, it's not going to show the whole video. But here's about it. Here's a minute 45 about how my video went.
Ooh.
All right, so today's video food challenge, talked about in last week's episode, was the Dice Deciding Your Fate challenge. We're here at Taco Bell today. We're going to roll a D12, a 12-sided dice for those who aren't familiar with Dungeons and Dragons type style dice. And whatever number I get is the combo meal that I have to get. And we'll go home and give it a try and taste this, see how it is. So here's the dice. Let's roll and see what we get. Combo meal number 4 is what we are getting. All right, let's go.
Earn rewards points.
Not today.
Hi, welcome to Taco Bell. How may I help you tonight?
Yes, can I get the number 4 Crunchwrap Supreme combo?
Okay, would you like your taco soft or hard?
Soft taco.
What would you like for your drink?
Cherry Pepsi. All right, we're going to do a voiceover for the taste testing. The taco part, it is what it is. Very basic item, but still decent. Crunchwrap, while not my favorite menu item, it was pretty good when it first came out. Not so much now. Let's jazz it up with some mild sauce. This tastes a lot better once you get a little bit of flavor in there. To me, Crunchwrap is going to be about a 6.75 out of 10.
It's not bad. You got a decent roll.
Yeah, I mean, for most people, they're going to say, oh, that you got the best option. To me, the Crunchwrap isn't it. Thank God I didn't get the nacho fries. To me, the most overrated Taco Bell item.
Oh my god!
You know where to send your hate mail.
That's just proof of life right there. It's terrible.
And give it the taste test. And it's worse. It's the pickled jalapenos, which are going to be hotter because the vinegar adds to the heat.
These bastards smell hot, and my poor digestive system.
Also, in true fast food drive-through fashion, my soft taco turned out to be a hard shell taco. But it's fine because they're both good.
That was that jalapeno.
How we hanging in there?
My nose is running.
Good, the sinus is up tonight.
Oh, son of a bitch. It had a pop to it when I bit it. It was a crunchy. Okay.
I mean, let's get it on a scale of 1 to 10. How are we ranking this?
The burger normally is my favorite. Fuck. It's normally a 10 out of 10. I'm fucking sweating. With the jalapenos, I'm taking it to a 2. Oh my god.
I mean, if you scrape those off camera, we're not going to know. We won't blame you.
Oh, we do this for the people, Sarah.
Send your harassing wuss comments to Jay at Wayne Enterprises.
Do it. I don't care. I can't take jalapenos. This is bullshit.
The curse lives. Speaking of curses, the Danhausen curse lives on. The Knicks beat the Spurs last night again.
They haven't lost.
Spurs fans started celebrating early and it backfired.
Mm-hmm. It's the best thing for wrestling.
Yeah, he's getting some eyes on wrestling. We got a couple other villains to talk about. I believe probably the second most cosplayed villain, Poison Ivy.
Yes.
She was a favorite in the show.
Yes. What is your favorite? Oh, fuck. What is your favorite Poison Ivy? There's been a few.
I mean, Uma Thurman played it well, but it's still hard to compare it to the the animated show
Right.
version.
I'm going to this might be a little bit of a hot take too. The version of Poison Ivy I really like the most outside the animated 1A. But outside of that, I'll give it to Pamela Isley from Gotham, the little girl who was playing Poison Ivy.
I was just thinking about the way they started building her up was really good.
Yes, she started getting a lot of Poison Ivy's real backstory, and then the caring for plants. I'm like, okay, they're really digging into the character. Yeah.
Of course, we also have Clayface, Scarecrow, and Ra's al Ghul, one of the smartest. Ra's al Ghul, I think, is one of the most intriguing villains who isn't necessarily in the top tier for most people.
Yeah, he's slept on, and I don't know why. Roz is that guy who's technically unkillable, right? Lazarus pits are there. He's going to come back eventually every time.
League of Assassins,
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think they just don't fully give him the love because he's not there all the time. He is like an appearance kind of villain. But when he's there, he's messing stuff up big time. It's not like he's just there to have a small little day. No, he's going to try to ruin something if he shows up. God, I thought the cheese would help. It's not helping.
So I got a little challenge for us. We're going to use ChatGPT to kind of help with this one. We're going to do a 3-on-3 fight.
A 3-on-3
We'll do
what?
it like a 3-on-3 battle. We'll each pick 3 villains.
Okay.
ChatGPT who the stronger team is.
Okay.
So I'll give you the option. You can pick first, or you can pick second, and we'll do it snakes. So it'll go person A, then B, B, A, A, B, B, A.
I'll take the snake.
And we'll take first pick. I am going to take the penguin as my number 1 pick here.
Oh, that's a shocker. I want. Give me Ra's al Ghul.
It's your second pick.
My second pick is going to align with Ra's al Ghul because in the movies he's part of the League of Shadows. I'm going Bane.
It's actually going to be my next pick, you son of a bitch.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
For my number 2 pick, I am going to go with one of the more underrated as far as intelligence. I'm going to pick the Riddler.
Oh, that was a good one.
And for my last pick, I am going to take Joker.
Ooh, okay. So I've got wisdom, knowledge, and brute strength. I need somebody that'll really tie it together. And I've got 2 on my mind. Gosh, I'm going back and forth between these 2. You know what? I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to take the one I thought of at first. I am going to take. Fuck it, I'm going to take him. Clayface.
Clayface, nice.
Yeah, I almost went with the Mad Hatter, but I'm taking Clayface.
ChatGPT is calculating. Says it's a fun matchup because it's basically brains versus chaos versus raw power and strategy. Summarizes my team of Joker, Penguin, and Riddler. And strategy, deception, and unpredictability. For strengths, weakness, almost no raw combat power. Its win condition must be met by tricking the other team into its trap or psychological manipulation. Your team of Ra's al Ghul, Bane, and Clayface gives strength to raw power, elite strategy, and adaptability. Weakness is Clayface can be emotionally and mentally unstable depending on which version.
That's true.
Gives, opening moves, first contact, and collapse breakdown here. But it does say Ra's al Ghul, Bane, and Clayface would be the winner because of too much physical dominance. Clayface alone is a counter to the Joker's style of chaos. Bane prevents any clean tactical setup from Penguin and Riddler. There you have it. Your team is the winner.
Bane was that killer piece, man. That
Yeah.
Sneaking him on the snake helped.
Son of a bitch. I think we should set a challenge for the summer to go through, rewatch the whole series, come back in the fall and give some more in-depth analysis on specific episodes and just
I'm down. I am down. And if I'm not speaking out of my ass, which I might be, I think there was only one episode of the animated series that was nominated for like an award.
Let's go to the live fact checking here.
Do it. Was I almost got away with it, or was that it? I almost got away with it, or I almost got him. It's the card playing one. Almost got him.
Checking here.
Okay. There's an actual game that was made after this.
It won 4 Emmy Awards, earning multiple Annie Award nominations as well during its run. Key episodes being The Heart of Ice from 1993, winning an Emmy for Outstanding Writing, and Robin's Reckoning Part 1 won Primetime Emmy for Outstanding Animated Programming.
Well, damn.
So it's got a few.
It's got a few. It's not the one I was
wins
thinking.
and nominations. All right. Time to get on to one of our other great segments for the summer. We talked about it. We posted about it online. It's a 2026 Best Video Game Franchise Battle. We took 100 games, threw them in some seeding, mixed it around. We debated on a few topics. Did certain games deserve to be in it, not in it? There's going to be some really interesting matchups. You can check the bracket. The link is below. We'll link it on our Facebook and as well. Challenge.com/bestgame2026 Y2K-ish. We're going to go through about 5 or 6 battles each week. We'll go in depth, talk about the games. 6 weeks alone just to get through the first round. The top 28 seeds all got a first round bye.
Nice.
It's going to be interesting to see how we talk about this, how we go through, as one of the heavyweights, a Mario, a Pokemon, a Zelda, are they going to get a win or is someone going to sneak up from out of nowhere?
So for us, when we want to do tiebreakers, because I know we discussed it a little bit, if we do reach that overall tiebreaker scenario, how do you want to break the tie?
So I know we talked about it privately. We had how we're going to rank each game as the better game, between replayability, story, character development, and just overall it factor. For me, you had your key factors, which you can go over in a minute. I did this ahead of time in case of a tie. ChatGPT is going to be our deciding vote.
Ooh.
if we don't have a special guest on that week. So there'll be some episodes we might have a special guest on. They can weigh in.
I like it.
So for you, what were your factors?
So for me, I'm always going to go with gameplay first and foremost. It has to be fun. I have to want to play it. In that same note, right after that is the story. Give me something that's real good. And for all of my players out there, it's going to be hard pressed when we get to these God of War games because that's some of the best storytelling in gaming in quite a while. On that note, replayability. How many times can I play this game and not get tired of it? And I give a slight edge on the overall impact on gaming. So if you're a historical game and you fundamentally changed what gaming was, I'm going to give you a slight edge.
It's like we talked about the other day. I just put in our group chat randomly. Man, I really feel like playing Metal Gear Solid 3 right now.
Exactly.
I haven't played Metal Gear Solid 3 in at least 10 years, probably. So, it's a game like that that's got replayability. When you can sit there and think about 10 years later, man, I want to go back and play that.
Yeah. It's
Or
like,
Super Mario 3, that you're going to go back every couple months, maybe once or twice a year, sit down and play that for an hour.
I wish I had a 64 so I could play Mario 64 and go through the castle and go down the slide.
So there's also the harder battles, I think, not just when we get to two games that we love, when we get to two games that we don't know, haven't played much. So I got some stats as well for some of these battles too.
Nice.
We'll be able to go through and say, okay, we'll have a little bit of knowledge about the game. At least we can make some informed decisions.
I like it.
All right. Battle 1.
Bum, bum, bum.
Let me get the seedings here. It's number 64 versus number 65. We have the Gran Turismo series versus Splatoon. This is two completely opposite games.
Mm-hmm.
You've got racing and you've got family-friendly, kind of like a King of the Hill shooting cartoony game.
Right. Where
Gran
you leaning?
Turismo. I'll read some stats here. Gran Turismo, it helped define the realistic racing simulation games, especially for PlayStation.
Right.
It introduced a lot of new people to car culture and motorsports in general. It's one of those games that's easy to pick up but difficult to master.
Mm-hmm.
It appealed to casual drivers and hardcore racing fans, but I feel like the casual driver had a harder time picking it up without cheats. Influenced for real-world car enthusiasts, had some partnerships with real-world auto manufacturers. As far as replayability, you can play these games all for a long time. There's hundreds of cars to collect. Keep trying to beat, your own personal bests. On the other hand, with Splatoon, one of Nintendo's more recent successes as far as original franchises, the success it's achieved has only been within a few games. Different weapons and playstyles to encourage experimentation. No real music, like licensing music. It came up with its own music. So depending how you feel about that versus Gran Turismo, which had licensed music in-game. Bright and colorful, appealed to multiple skill levels. A very unique visual style and world for shooting games. And it also brought a new family-friendly approach to shooting games. For me, though, I think I am leaning towards Gran Turismo.
I'm going to be honest. I've only played one of the Splatoon games, and it's very fun.
Mhm.
Kids love the game. But Gran Turismo was that starter that got car culture and gaming mixed. If you believe it, if you don't believe it, that's what leads to the Fast and the Furious. That's what leads to Need for Speed. That's what leads to these movie franchises, these things that are bigger than themselves. That's what I'm saying when I say, how did this affect gaming? My edge goes to Gran Turismo.
Very much so. So Gran Turismo will advance with a 2-0 win. Next up is another very interesting matchup. We have number 32 seeded Kirby.
Oh,
You're talking one of the most storied Nintendo characters. Taking on the 97th ranked Worms franchise. I'm not going to lie here. I've played a lot of Kirby. Never played Worms. But it's one of those strategy games. You know, very much like Lemmings, which I've played.
Yeah.
You know, Worms was more about war. They've been around since the mid-90s, 1995. So they've been around since our time. Numerous sequels and spin-offs. But they just don't have that name recognition. But there's replayability, excuse me. Kirby, been around since 1992. Multiple games on every Nintendo console. One of Nintendo's most recognizable characters. Been in the racing games, the fighting games, pinball spin-offs. Multiple characters that can be recognized, including King Dedede, Meta Knight, and Bandana Model D. Very cute, lighthearted, family-friendly platform game. Lots of merchandise, animation, crossover. Replayability, you know, you've got platform games usually have a lot of replayability.
I'm going to lean with Kirby on this because, like you said, face value, name value, Kirby sticks out. Kirby is one of those, legendary titles.
Mhm.
And then also, I really like Kirby. I have fond memories of playing Kirby just, way back when. So I'm going Kirby.
I agree. Another unanimous victory.
We're doing good so far.
Here we are. Our third matchup is another one of those, because of the seedings and still early on, you're getting a wild matchup of two games, completely different genres, and who they're marketed to.
Ooh.
We have number 33, Tekken franchise. They are taking on the 96th ranked Candy Crush. We're talking one of the most storied fighting franchises against a game everybody's grandma and grandpa's probably played if they have a mobile phone, a smartphone.
The
Young
damn
kids have
theme.
played it. Old people have played it.
This is tough.
I mean, Tekken, they've helped define 3D fighting. Lots of recognizable characters.
Yep.
There's major tournaments worldwide.
Yeah.
Prize money, esports, help define 3D fighting mechanics. Candy Crush, millions of players worldwide, all ages and skill levels. Very easy to pick up and play. I bet if you ask 10 random people if they've ever played, you're probably getting 9 people probably said yes. Tekken, though, you're probably getting maybe 1 or 2.
Tekken, and this is going to be the fun of this bracket challenges, man. You've got the original, one of the OGs. This thing paved the way. Like you said, Tekken in its own right, it's a Hall of Famer. Just pinnacle of fighting games. We don't get where we are today with fighting games without Tekken. But then you get the global phenom that is Candy Crush. One of the first mobile games I can really remember. Even the older generations was playing this damn game. And I mean, go to replayability, that's the take a shit game. You got to go to the bathroom, you're playing fucking Candy Crush for hours. Your legs will fall asleep on you. Send all hate mail to Y2K-ish on YouTube, but I'm taking Candy Crush.
Be mistaken. Candy Crush only has one game in its franchise, or was there a second spinoff?
No, they just added more levels.
I mean, when we're looking franchise-wise, you're thinking multiple games, multiple years. Candy Crush has been around, believe it or not, it's been around for 14 years, since 2012.
Oh, my back.
Yeah, bet you didn't realize that.
I did not.
For me, it's a very close, like 55 to 45 split here. But I go Tekken.
Ooh.
And when I plug this into ChatGPT, I gave it all the categories. Hey, rank it all here. Even ChatGPT had a tough time, sorting this one out. Two of the categories, it split it, said it's a tie. It did give a 3-2 edge, though. Tekken.
I'll take it.
So Tekken is the winner by the slimmest of margin, and that's hard to believe. A 96 seed almost beat a 33.
That is nuts.
Or maybe Candy Crush was just underranked.
It was that big of a culture shift. And that's the only reason I had it winning, is because Candy Crush didn't just redefine its genre, it redefined gaming.
It did. It brought casual gaming to the forefront of mobile gaming.
But hey, even ChatGPT had a hard time, so I'm good.
Here's a battle, finally, of games that are very close in similarity here.
Ooh.
We have the 49th ranked Silent Hill against the 80th seed Dead Space. Are you familiar with Dead Space?
I am.
These are both horror games. I don't know how much stock you put into playing horror games. Silent Hill is more the psychological.
Yeah.
And then Dead Space is more of the gore, monster gore.
Dead Space is more of like it's psychological in a way, but it does lean heavy on the shock factor from the gore. Where Silent Hill, I remember playing that game only during the daytime with the lights on, because you would hear shit in the house. Be like, what the fuck is that sound in the back? Did you guys hear that? No, dude, yeah, no. Silent Hill messed up some sleepless nights for me.
Silent Hill's enemies were strategic in where they were put to make you freak out.
Yes.
It left spaces empty and silent, and it just fucked with you. It played on your trauma.
It did.
And I love how every major, Comic-Con or game convention, Like one of the ones I go to and I actually been at Retro Game Con, there's always somebody cosplaying as Pyramid Head.
Yep.
And it's always a badass cosplay or, the faceless nurses. That's a popular one too. For me, I mean, Dead Space is great on the gore that relies on shock factor. Silent Hill is iconic. It's got movies that are good as well.
Yep.
Who unfortunately didn't get everything that they deserve.
Nope. Nah. I feel like I'm agreeing with you here. I think I know where you're going, and I'm in agreement. I agree.
Are we both going Silent Hill?
I am.
Silent Hill. We'll move on. We got 2 battles left for today.
Ooh.
This is another one that maybe some small similarities, but worlds apart. We have the 81st ranked Pikmin. Cute, colorful, cutesy game. Versus the 48th ranked Gears of War.
It's worlds apart.
I feel, if we blend into the Futurama world here, I feel like, Zach Brannigan leading the Gears of War, he's going to a planet and telling me the Pikmin are the bad guys and we need to stop them.
All the way, yes.
Yeah. Fun fact I learned the other day, doing a, rabbit hole thing on YouTube. Way back in the, was it, I think N64, they were trying to develop a Mario 100 or Mario 64, Mario 100 set game where there was 100 Marios moving around on one screen. They decided to ban it as a Mario game, and that's what turned it into Pikmin.
Oh, wow. I wonder if it would have been better had it said Mario. I mean, Pikmin's good. If you've ever played Pikmin, it is a fun game. But I don't think it's on the level of Gears of War.
I mean, you're playing cutesy, tiny, tactile nature strategy versus war strategy.
Just war, big, monstrous dudes with chainsaws at the end of their freaking guns. Yeah, I'm going Gears of War.
Yeah, I mean, I can appreciate, Pikmin's got a strong franchise, got a lot of fans. I feel like it always lived under the shadow of Pokemon, though. People thinking, oh, it's just a Pokemon wannabe.
Right.
But yeah, I agree. Gears of War here. Gears of War will move on. Last battle for the day. Have the 57th ranked Ratchet and Clank versus the 72nd rank F-Zero franchise. And based on this graphic, you can see how long F-Zero has been around. I don't think they've had a new game in a while, but they've been around for a while. Ratchet and Clank is an action platformer, heavy focus on weapons and gadgets and a little bit of humor.
Yeah.
F-Zero is one of those high-speed, futuristic racing games where you need to be precise to be successful. To me, I mean, you've got a couple characters out of F-Zero.
Yes.
Can't remember. You got Captain Falcon. You've got Samurai Gora, Ratchet and Clank, and then Dr. Nefarious from the Ratchet and Clank series. Ratchet and Clank kind of has the stronger character-driven storytelling, so they've got the developing story here factor.
I'm I'm very close to going either way on this one. Because you're bringing up good points for Ratchet and Clank. Plus, they've got the multiple games. Ratchet and Clank has even made it into the next gen systems. But looking at what F-Zero gave us, which Captain Falcon, and if you've ever played Smash Brothers, you know who Captain Falcon is. That bastard.
Yes.
But then that gives him in this game a little more leeway because Captain Falcon is an OG character of Smash Brothers, and he's in all of the Smash Brothers games.
Mhm.
So where F-Zero itself doesn't have that many newer age games, Captain Falcon himself does, and you don't get that without the game.
For me, I'm leaning towards F-Zero. The replayability, the fact that it can be hard, it forces you to get good.
Right.
For me, it's F-Zero, and it's not by much. It might be because I haven't played Ratchet and Clank, but I respect that, that they're the fun game.
It is a fun game, and I mean, Ratchet and Clank, I'll give it to them. The longevity of the series, and there is a very cult following for Ratchet and Clank. So, all you Ratchet and Clank fans out there, I apologize deeply because I understand, and I did enjoy some of the games, but F-Zero and the whole reason that it leads to Captain Falcon for me, that's going to give that one an edge out on, for me, what it contributed to gaming. So, I'm going F-Zero.
So the lower seed wins in that bracket. Checking here.
I'd be interested to see what ChatGPT thought on that matchup, though.
ChatGPT on a 4-3 score gave it to Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, jeez. That was another close one. At least we're having tough issues with some of the close ones.
So this is the only one where the lower seed won today. The favorites were 5-1 today.
Nice.
That was fun. And of course, the link, the website down on the bottom in that description there, you can follow along with the bracket. You can see the other games that are in this, where they're seeded, future matchups. There's going to be some good matchups coming.
Drop your answers in the comments. Maybe you can help us sway a vote one episode.
Figure in next week it's going to be the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 matchups. So it'll be those 6. Let us know what you think. Who should win? Take a look. The bracket. Time for our favorite thing to close out the show. We got 7 minutes. So it's meme time.
I'm dying over here, Sarah. These jalapenos are turning.
I suppose you don't have a glass of milk with you.
I've been drinking the soda and water. I'm trying.
All right. First meme of the evening. I mean, we know it's true. Dentist or doctor appointment, mom pulls you out, 10 o'clock. You come back at 11, 11:30, just time for lunch. You got that Happy Meal. People, oh, shit, he's got good lunch today.
Yep. Man, you weren't really sick, were you?
Oh, what toy did you get? What toy did you get?
It's when the toys were freaking awesome back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, top tier toy, and just even when the Beanie Babies, the collectible ones, were coming in the toys in the Happy Meals, freaking love those too. Collected the hell out of that shit.
Some are still worth money.
Yeah.
Who is the smartest character in the group here?
You want hot takes?
No, I didn't watch all of these shows, but to me, it's Professor Farnsworth or Rick.
Yeah.
I mean, they're inventing interdimensional things here.
Yeah. It's clearly C-137, Rick Sanchez. There is a fan theory that Dexter was not a genius, and Dee Dee was destroying the lab to keep him from blowing himself up. There was also a theory that Brain was not the genius, and Pinky was. And that's why he was sabotaging everything so they wouldn't get out of the lab.
And die.
And die. Yeah, because, rats on the loose are getting killed. So, oh yeah, no. The obvious one is the most Rick of the Ricks, C-137, Rick Sanchez. I'm taking him for the win.
Farnsworth is the only that can really give him a run for his money, I think.
Yes. And even so, with Farnsworth, his old age and analysis makes him dangerous.
Mm-hmm. He's got that drawer of wires.
Let me ask my asking machine. What does that do? Ask the questions I want to know.
I'm going to put up a list. I'm going to put up a graphic with a whole series of TV shows. I want you to create your perfect block. Pick your 4 shows for your 2-hour afternoon after school here, or Saturday morning, however you want to look at it here.
So I need 4.
Okay, I got my 4 here.
Yeah, I got
obviously we're going Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
We're going Fraggle Rock.
Oh, okay.
I think we got to go DuckTales.
Okay.
I mean, the theme song alone is a banger.
Awesome.
Then the 4th spot is really tough. I was gonna say Beetlejuice, but that would probably be the number 5. That would round up the 5th spot. My 4th one, I'm going Muppet Babies.
Ooh. Okay. This is why we're friends. First off, we have 3 out of the 4 same ones.
Okay.
Where you went with Fraggle Rock, I actually took the Rescue Rangers.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not mad about that. There's a lot of good shows up there.
Oh, yeah.
Chip and Dale, the scroll version of Miami Vice.
I think that's what seals it for me. I really, and I'm a big freaking Launchpad fan, but Chip and Dale. Chip and Dale. And that entrance, what was it with 90s cartoons and the entrance songs? Freaking bangers.
That's when people came up with, you had to come up with music on your own. People did that for a living. The jingles were their thing.
It's a simpler time back then, kids.
Our hour is up. This has been fun.
It's been fun with the side of pain. I am in some pain right now.
I mean, that's just because jalapenos.
Yes. It was a very unneeded and unnecessary risk that was taken, and it bit me in the ass and the stomach and probably the ass again later. We'll see.
Well, next week we're going to have some guests on with us. We're doing 90s baseball. Some people from Network are going to be joining us. We're going to have some fun doing 90s baseball next week.
I love baseball. I am so down.
All right, well, thank you. We will see everybody next week.